Welcome to American University's inaugural AI Teaching Conference hosted by the Institute for Applied AI. Today marks an important milestone as we come together from different schools and disciplines to explore how AI can enhance or even transform our teaching and also expand what's possible in our classrooms. Thank you for your participation today and your curiosity and commitment to effective teaching in the age of AI. Really makes this gathering timely and meaningful. I'm thrilled to share that 239 faculty members signed up for this conference. Of course, not everyone will be here at the same time. They'll come and go because of their teaching schedules and meetings, but this strong turnout reflects our strong momentum and also shared purpose in moving our community forward. Throughout the day, you'll hear 19 individual presentations along with 2 panels, one featuring the faculty, another with students and alumni. So these will bring multiple diverse perspectives to our conversation. A big thank you to every presenter, panelist, and then organizer who helped shape this program, and also to each of you investing your valuable time today. So with that, now it's my pleasure to invite Provost Vicky Wilkins to share her remarks.
Thank you. Good morning. Just let me say congratulations to Guanho and Kogod. What an amazing turnout from our faculty. That over 200 faculty from all across campus are going to be involved today is really an accomplishment and says so much about how we think about teaching and learning and everything at AU. So I'm excited to see so many of you here for this inaugural AI Teaching Conference hosted by our Applied Artificial Intelligence Institute at Kogod. And I just want to thank the team that's brought this together, of course, Guanho and the associate directors, Angela, I saw you, Angela Virtue, and Bei Zhao. Is Bei here too? Congratulations and thank you for the work you're doing. All the colleagues, students, and alumni serving as presenters and panelists throughout the day schedule, and of course, our dedicated staffs who really make all of this happen. Really big thank you to you. I have to admit that when I first heard we were holding a AI conference, I briefly wondered if I could send a chatbot here to do this for me today, or maybe Iris could show up for me. But then I remembered with a little bit of reassurance that right now it doesn't look like a provost can be replaced by AI, but that might still be to come. But I know many of us are trying to make sense of what it means to teach with AI. Some of you in this room are excited, early adopters, and others may remain skeptical. But that is exactly what makes getting together today and having this conversation so important. We're here because AI is changing the way we teach and learn, whether it means redesigning our assignments, rethinking assessment, or reimagining what it really means to be AI literate. Today is about honest conversations. How do we make AI an asset to our teaching, rather than simply co-writer to every student's essay? How do we balance curiosity, caution, innovation, integrity, technology, enthusiasm, and good old-fashioned human judgment? And how do we incorporate emerging technologies into our curriculum and prepare students for the careers of tomorrow while staying true to our liberal arts mission? I am proud that American University has become a place where these conversations are happening seriously, creatively, and collaboratively. You will hear some specific examples from President Alger in a few moments, but in short, the AI-related work happening across our campus is nothing short of remarkable. That said, while AI might help us be more efficient, it still cannot do the essential thing: care. The relationship between teacher and student, the mentorship, the spark of curiosity, the aha moment, that is still purely ours. So as we kick off this first AI teaching conference, I hope you will keep that in mind. Yes, we should explore new tools, test their limits, change our assumptions, and dive into these questions that do not have simple answers. But ultimately, it is our shared responsibility to ensure that AI amplifies and does not replace the human connection at the heart of an AU education. And in that spirit, in full disclosure, yes, I did use AI to help me draft these remarks. You have to know Sarah was not completely comfortable with that. I'll shout her out in the back of the room. But we promise. We used it supervised closely. It did not go rogue. We have not found any hallucinations. And we reached a peaceful co-authorship agreement with it. Thank you all for being here, for your commitment, your curiosity, and your courage to lean AU forward in this rapidly changing moment. Now I'll turn the microphone back to Guan Ho. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Provost Wilkins. Okay, now it's my pleasure to invite President Jonathan Alger to deliver his remarks.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you all here. I'm really delighted, I have to say, to hear Provost Wilkins using AI. Once again, she has been a real leader, I have to say, within university leadership on this front. All these things we're working on with the strategic plan, many of you have helped with. Vicky will come to me and say, I put this into perplexity. And, can you hear, is this going on? Is that better? All right, I think it's back. So I also want to thank our leadership here, Guan Ho, Angela Bay, and by the way, Dean Marchik, I know is not here at the moment, but he will be with us later. He's actually meeting with a CEO this morning, always good. And I did want to acknowledge a special guest who's here. Seems like it's going in and out. I'll have to use my teacher voice. You're all good at that, right? But we do have a special guest here all the way from West Point who also has expertise and indicated that they're using this as sort of a force multiplier, right? So Colonel Chris Lawrence is Associate Professor in the Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Department and a Senior Research Scientist in the Robotics Research Center at West Point. So thank you. Would you mind standing so we can thank you for your service and leadership? And certainly good to know that this is happening at your institution as well. We look forward to hearing your insights. Obviously, this has tapped into a need here and an understanding that this is a wave, an important wave of the future. And of course, you all know that Kogod has been nationally recognized, as has the university on this front. The award citation that Kogod received recently indicated that Kogod has distinguished itself in making what has to be the most consequential AI transformation in business education. And I don't need to tell you, but more than 90% of Kogod faculty are using AI in their classrooms. Of course, I'm a perfectionist. I like to always, I was the one that if I got a 99, I was disappointed. I wanted it to be 100, right? But we're really making amazing progress. But it's not just Kogod, it's all across campus. And Provost Wilkins mentioned that there are a lot of interesting examples. And just to share a few, certainly you all know about the generative AI work that's being done in the College of Arts and Sciences. RF Zahed is here. Would you give a wave? Who, of course, created Iris. You've probably heard about. Thank you for what Iris does. Yes, she. I can speak many different languages and has helped teach class, right, and give feedback to students. But at SPA, we also have faculty who are teaching and studying the impact of AI on elections, a timely topic. At the Washington College of Law, we have faculty teaching and studying the impact of AI on the protection of intellectual property. Of course, that's going to be a really interesting area going forward. In a digital marketing course, students use 8 different AI tools to create a comprehensive portfolio of a company's digital marketing campaigns. And in a complex problems course, students are using professor-designed prompts to experience personalized training. In a negotiations course, students are using AI to design virtual negotiators. I'm fascinated by this one, with distinct personas to practice negotiation skills with them. That sounds like fun. I want to go back to school. And then the Institute for Applied AI, of course, launched this past spring has truly hit the ground running with more than 30 faculty members now signed on as affiliate fellows with monthly AI forums and much more. So a lot of activity going on in our campus, and we're still just scratching the surface, as we know. Now, Vicky mentioned that even as we talk about the, sorry, the battery is going in and out here, but AI is watching as we speak, and now it's back. I think you want me to try that one? All right, one more time. But the skills that will not be replaced are really important, right? Because let's face it, if AI, some people would think, oh, we don't need faculty anymore, we don't need administrators, we don't even need a college campus, right? But I can tell you, many years ago when I was working at the American Association of University Professors, I was doing research as online education was becoming a big deal. And there were lots of predictions saying, oh, brick and mortar institutions will go away, we won't need permanent faculty anymore because there's this amazing new technology. And I was reading the AAUP files on the history of technology, and they were talking about the advent of television. So think about that for a month. Last I checked, TV did not replace college campuses or faculty members, right? So the technology can certainly enhance what we're doing, but it's not going to replace what all of you do. And I would say that personal touch is going to be more important than ever going forward. Vicky mentioned care. I know, Vicky, you love 5 C's, right? So we've been talking about that a lot with the strategic plan, but we talk here about curiosity, courage, creativity, compassion, and communication as skills that still need to be taught in conjunction with AI and building on the things that you all do so well, and talking about the ethical implications and the societal implications of how AI gets used. We want our students to be AI literate, but we also want them to bring some skepticism, right? To understand what are the biases, to develop those skills of information and data literacy, to ask important questions. So yes, it's a tool, just like the internet was a new tool, and email and all sorts of other things. It's a very powerful tool, but we also need to understand the limitations and what can be done with it, because we're not the only ones thinking about AI, right? We have probably adversaries that are also thinking about how AI can be used. So it's really important to ask those hard questions going forward. So last thing I want to say is I appreciate the fact that all of you are open-minded and willing to do something and engage in something that none of us really grew up with. That this requires us to model lifelong learning for our students, and I'm really proud of our faculty for doing so. Stephen Hawking, you all know the late Stephen Hawking, in his work said that the real risk with AI isn't malice, but competence. A super intelligent AI will be extremely good at accomplishing its goals, and if those goals aren't aligned with ours, we're in trouble. So that's an interesting way of thinking about it. But I really want to thank you all for being here today. Thank you for engaging with these new tools and asking the hard questions. I look forward to learning from and with all of you as we go forward. Thanks for being here, and have a great day.